Hello and welcome to another edition of James Martell's Affiliate Buzz, where James seeks to inspire, inform, and motivate you to even greater success with affiliate programs. Settle back and relax for the next half hour and listen as James talks about this fascinating global business and what it could mean for you.
Hi, it's James Martell here, and welcome to another edition of the Affiliate Buzz. It's great to have you with us. Today I've got my wife Arlene on the line, and we both just returned from the Affiliate Summit West 2010 in Las Vegas. Arlene, wasn't that a great event?
That was a great trip down to Las Vegas this year. I really enjoyed it.
Now, I know we headed out bright and early on a Saturday morning. We don't normally like to take the early flight, but that's just the way it worked out this year. And, it actually wasn't too bad because we ended up getting into Las Vegas and into the hotel by about 1:30 in the afternoon. So we had the whole afternoon to kind of relax and unwind before kicking off with the festivities for the next few days, which turned out to be extremely busy. I know this summit was the biggest ever by far. There was over 4,000 people in attendance, and don't you think it's a far cry from what it was back in 2004 when you and I attended our very first one? Do you remember that back on the cruise ship out of New York?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We were on a cruise ship from New York to Halifax, and I think there was about 220 people on that one.
Yeah, somewhere in that area, around 220.
Yeah. So this was huge. It was absolutely amazing. They had a lot of rooms booked for the sessions for speakers to go to, speakers to talk at, and the big area with the booths and just people everywhere in the hallways. And it was incredible to see the growth.
We had a chance to sit through, of course, many of the speakers, and one of these speakers I particularly liked, and he really had some great information to share, and he's got a book that I'd like to recommend to everybody, and the title of the book is just a riot. I think it's, he nails it so head on, and it's called Mommy, Where Do Customers Come From? And you and I had a chance to sit through that session, and I'm looking for my notes on it, and I don't see them here. Okay, here we are. And he did a session on igniting viral campaigns by creating relevant conversations. And essentially, you'll pick this up in his book, and I would definitely recommend purchasing it. But he really got into a lot of detail on how important it is to truly do your homework and understand who your customers are. And I know you and I do a lot of work on this in the boot camp. We call it the visitor profile, where we literally create a 3 or 4 page document outlining and detailing exactly who our customers are so that we can begin to develop the content and solutions to their problems around them. But he in his course recommended what he called the ultimate training guide on social networking. And it was a little bit surprising, but I bet you he's right. I actually have the book, and it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And it kind of gives me even goosebumps to think about it because it's such a good book. And he says, you want a training manual on social media? Go pick up that book. And he's right, because it teaches you how to influence people. So the whole, a lot of this whole event was about, influencing your audience, influencing the people that you're representing or you're marketing to online. So it was just great. He taught you to think like a customer. He gave some great examples of things that he's running within his own company. It talks about persuasion, emotions, connections, action. He talked about, Facebook at length, how important it is to go in and clean your wall. If you have a Facebook account and people are posting stuff in there that are not quite the message that you're hoping to portray to your, people that are coming in to see you in Facebook, he says, clean your wall. Be sure to clean your wall. And, any of us that have been working in Facebook for a while, it's good advice because, I don't know, I think yesterday somebody sent me a new little app called, Your Favorite Kitty, as in kitty cat. Now, that may look good on your wall there, but it's not. I'm a dog guy. But it's, he's got a good point. If you've got a business Facebook account, keep it business. Keep everything else out of there and clean your walls. So he just shared all kinds of little tips and strategies on building your brand in the social network. So, again, his book was called Mommy, Where Do Customers Come From?, which I think is just a absolute brilliant headline for a book. He also gave some examples, and he showed a lot of video of very successful video viral campaigns. And the best one that he recommended, and I would highly recommend to all listeners, is, especially if you're in front of a computer, the second we're done, and we're almost wrapped up here, open up YouTube and do a search for the E-Trade baby. And there's about 8 or 10 videos, and you and I, the whole room was just in stitches watching them. So, you'll have a smile on your face, if nothing else, by the time you're done. But you'll see one of the most successful viral video marketing campaigns ever launched in history. And he went into a lot of detail on that, and you'll see why when you watch these videos. So I definitely recommend taking a peek at that. Now, Arlene, you and I were running out of time here. I know we've got another affiliate summit coming up in August. You and I plan to attend. And I know sometimes getting all the way out from the East Coast to Vegas is a bit of a hike for some people. But this one happens to be, again, in New York. So no excuses as far as distance go. And I didn't have a chance to look it up, but you can find it at affiliatesummit.com, of course, to find out the exact dates. And if you get booked in early, you can get your tickets to the event, your platinum passes, for literally half the price than if you wait. So
James,
you and I plan to hit New York, and if you wouldn't, you and I love New York. We've been there before, and, of course, we're going to get there a couple of days early. I'm sure you've already got a list of places that people should definitely visit when they're there.
I was going to say, don't wait till the last minute to get your tickets, because they do sell out. And when they're sold out, and you're not going to get a ticket. And we did hear from some people who really wanted to go and they waited too long for this last one. The dates are August 15th to 17th, and it's going to be at the Hilton in New York, and I cannot wait to get back to New York again.
Absolutely. This will be our excuse this time to go and see the Statue of Liberty. Of course, we visited Central Park and just a whole variety of other places when we were in New York. It's a whole vacation all on its own. I think this time you and I are also going to try and probably squeeze in a little Caribbean cruise while we're there. So if anybody wants to join us on that, maybe send Arlene an email. We'll see if we can all meet up maybe on the ship afterwards. Kind of a preliminary idea we were batting around yesterday, but it definitely could happen. So, Arlene, thank you so much. We look forward to chatting with you on the next edition of the Affiliate Buzz.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for listening to another edition of James Martell's Affiliate Buzz. And remember to keep your subscription current, for James discusses issues that affect us all. Until next time, this is Charles Johnson for James Martell, wishing you all the best with your online business.